Aries, thanks for joining me. This is your horoscope for January 2017. Now, the focus going into the new year here for you guys, Aries, is very much about work and tuning in to your own feelings and seeing where you're at and what you would like to achieve. From the 28th of December through until the 14th of January, the Sun conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn in your 10th house. Now, the Sun is the luminary that is all about your identity and what drives you. Pluto is the planet that rules Scorpio, so it's about transformation, rebirth, and looking at what new energy you can bring to something. Coming together with the Sun, it's really about how am I going to change, how can I express myself differently, and how can I alter the things that I'm doing in my working life, in my career. What are my goals and where do I want to get to? So Capricorn is really about ambition and drive and being practical, and the 10th house is all about your career. So you really have the potential to make great changes to your working life for the first 2 weeks here. Do I want to stay in this job? Do I want to alter the content of what I'm doing? What is it that works for you? What is it that you want to change? So really ask yourself that, and that energy is kind of working behind the scenes for the first 2 weeks here. On the 3rd of January, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, moves from Aquarius into Pisces in your 12th house. Now, this is again very much about being in touch with your own feelings, but Venus in Pisces is very forgiving, very self-sacrificing, very nurturing, very spiritual, very intuitive, very creative, all of the things that have to do with the kind of inner goings on of your life. So you are in touch with your feelings, and that's really the thing that is the blessing of January for you, Aries, that you really know what's going on within. Is this something that really feels right? Because sometimes that's hard to discern. Sometimes we think, oh, maybe I should, work as a school teacher because I can help other people. But if you don't like children, then that's a problem, okay? And sometimes it's difficult to see, what's the thing, the wood for the trees, the forest for the trees, or whatever. It's hard to kind of get beyond the details and to see the bigger picture. When it comes to your feelings, you're going to be able to see the bigger picture, and then when you take practical action, that will really help you. On the 4th of January through until the 19th of January, Venus, this planet of love and beauty, this personal planet, begins to conjunct Neptune. And Neptune is the higher harmonic of Venus. So Neptune is an outer planet. It has to do with love and beauty on a global level, humanity, how can I help people on a grand scale. And when these two come together, it really makes other people and being of service and being a humanitarian, it makes that a priority for you. It also makes you very sensitive, it makes you very creative, and it makes you very intuitive. So you're really tuned into these finer harmonics of life. It's almost like a mist has descended and it's kind of shielding you, and it's connecting you with all of these very unmanifest, delicate kind of energies, and you can really tune in. So if you're a creative type, you will be inspired to write new music or to do a new painting and to be practical about it. If you're an intuitive, this is perfect because your antennas are going to be working overtime and you're really going to be able to connect with the other side. Again, if you're just someone who is not particularly interested in that side of things and you want to keep things practical and grounded, you will be in touch with your own feelings. You can make good decisions when it comes to your corporate career or what you're going to build or what sort of practical circumstances you're going to alter. Fundamentally, what it comes down to is that you're really in touch with your true self and you can listen to that and trust it. On the 5th of January, Mercury is in retrograde, and it retrogrades back into Sagittarius in your 9th house. So this is a great time of brainstorming and really thinking beyond the actual circumstances and thinking, in an ideal world, what would I like to do and how can I implement those things? That lasts until the 8th of January when Mercury goes direct. So use those 3 days to really take some time and say, what is it that I really want? It sits on top of Saturn, so you can really solidify and implement these things that you can dream of. If you can dream it, if you can think it, you can do it. When Mercury goes direct, communication becomes less difficult, things start to flow more easily. And with that said, Mercury has been in retrograde since December 2016. It's good to double check, to check in with yourself. Does this feel right? Do I really want to do it? yes, but what's the ultimate goal? What's the ultimate dream? It's really important to take some time here for yourself to make sure that the actions you're going to take really feel good to you. Then on the 13th of January, Mercury is now ticking along nicely and it moves into Capricorn in your 10th house. So the 13th and the 14th particularly are wonderful days to now sign contracts, to change jobs, to start a new business, to start a new position, to ask or to request that things are altered or changed for you. These 2 days are really the days to make it real, the things that have been ticking around in your head, to actually solidify them in the real world. Now around the same time, on the 12th of January, we have the full moon in Cancer, and that happens for you in your 4th house of family. So that's a real blessing for you. You're not going to have major family issues here in January. You'll feel connected. Your family life is going to be going well. It's going to be uncomplicated, and partly that is because you are so considerate of other people's feelings. And throughout January, these are really the big themes. Family is good. You're in touch with your own feelings, you're creative, you're intuitive, you know what you want, and you can implement things and take practical action. And that follows and continues through until the end of January here. On the 28th, we've got the new moon in Aquarius. That pulls in even more humanitarian energy. So you'll have had a success in January. You'll want to build on that now moving forward into February. And also on the 28th, Mars goes into your sign of Aries. And that really speeds things up, Mars being your ruler. Okay, so your ruler being in Pisces for the majority of the month has really slowed you down much more than you usually would be slowed down. And it's made you focus on your feelings more, and it's made you double check whether it really is right and whether it fits the bigger picture. Mars going into Aries, you're going to be more impulsive, you're going to be ready to take action without overthinking it, and things will speed up. So use January to do the emotional research so that things make sense. And you can really set yourself up here for the year. What feels right? What do I want to be working on? And a year goes quickly. If you want to retrain or do a course and do a whole new business, January is the time, the month when you will get the answers, and then you can put the action in for the next few months if that's how long it would take. So that's what I get for you in January. If you would like a private reading based on your specific birth chart, which I can draw up by looking at your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth, we can look at how the transits affect you specifically rather than all Aries, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I will be here on the channel for you for the daily tarot readings, the weekly horoscopes for all signs, and these monthlies. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, I'd be very grateful. That's the easiest way of supporting me, and it's really helpful. And I'll speak to you soon.